I will say, I know her bum leg's part of the story and everything, but the fact that it really slows down her walking speed kind of bums me right the hell out, because it makes things so slow. Just, like, so slow. And again, I respect that it's part of the story, because I honestly think that's kind of an interesting aspect. You don't normally get handicapped heroes. I think that's kind of a neat addition. Do I think it's handled well? Eh. Okay, this I really don't like. When an enemy casts a spell, no matter what you're doing, it draws your attention to it. And then, like, you can, like, select other targets, but you can't, like, cast. You can't do anything. And if you're in the middle of doing all this, it's ridiculously annoying. Just have your entire focus is dropped because, oh, the enemy's casting the spell. You should be paying attention to that. Ugh, what am I gonna do with this? Oh, there we go. It wore off. Yeah, when it's petrified like that, you actually can't move anything, which is aggravating, obviously. I'm not paying a ton of attention right now. I'm talking, so I'm not playing my best. Kind of just trying to pick a direction and throw flames in it. Yeah, the other thing is, the levels in this game are so freaking long. Like, levels are generally like 20, again, as I said earlier, levels are can be like 10 minutes or 10 minutes long on average. And, like, you know, this isn't a level in Dawn of War 2 or something like that. This isn't an RTS. This isn't something where I'm building a grand strategy. I'm literally just walking in this line, and it just feels like it takes forever. And in that time, there's never anything but skulls in my experience so far. Like, it's just these skulls. Like, it just feels like they could have maybe got rid of this whole walking mechanic entirely. Just thrown it right out. And just had me do battle after battle. That would have been a million times better. But instead, they just plod along very slowly, wait to battle. Alright, with these, if I remember correctly, I gotta be ready to dodge at all times and have earth up and stuff like that. Because these are traps and they're bad. This is kind of an interesting mechanic. Gotta have one, right? Basically, once these things do a thing, they stop doing a thing. That makes any sense. I know I didn't say that real well. Basically, once these guys have kind of shot their load, they go back underground, and you can kind of stop worrying about them. So you just kind of always want to have... Oh man, I have no health. Yeah, you can kind of sacrifice mana for health, thankfully. I don't know where all my health went. I'm sure they want you to be dodging those, but I don't really have a ton of... Oh man, if I fail this mission, that's gonna be real upsetting. Get rid of this poison and just sacrifice all this mana. There are spells you can get that'll restore your health and junk like that, but generally the way you're gonna get health is by sacrificing mana. And that's generally what you should be relying on to get health, just because it's the easiest way. And you get that ability pretty much the second you've raised any of your elemental mastery. I think to like level 2, you get the ability to sacrifice something for health, which is handy. Ugh. This is another problem I have with this game. As much as it's fairly generous with actually like giving you big, nice chains of stuff, like there are only 3 of these on the board and they're all fall apart. Like that just sucks. Like they just don't put enough of everything on the board sometimes, and you'll just be left with a bunch of crap you don't want. Like I can't even make a match to move forward at this point. I just have to keep bringing stuff down and hoping that eventually I'll get enough and they'll be in the kind of a close enough proximity that I can kind of put them all together. Like, look at this. I can kind of make that work, but the amount of time it takes to put that together is just stupid. I know it doesn't sound mature or anything like that, but it's stupid. Like, the amount of time it takes to do something as simple as walk forward is just... It's poorly paced. It's not fun. All I have to keep me company is these Okami voices. These things are gonna fire on me, and I'm not prepared. Yep. The only problem with sacrificing mana for health is that you do not get much at all. You kind of really gotta just... When I say you gotta sacrifice to get that health back. Like, again, like, how slowly they're doling out those walking orbs is just ridiculous. Like, her slow movement speed is just... Their already crippling slow movement speed is just enhanced by that, and it's just not fun. Oh yeah, so I guess I never explained how that works. I am right-clicking to combine and left-clicking to send them out on their own. I don't know. Worth mentioning, I guess. Alright, need to build up some water. Yeah, as I said, like, I wanted to cast the water lady out, but I couldn't because it was on the spell thing, and it's annoying. Again, I'm ragging on this game a lot, and I feel bad for that, but, like, it's a decent game. It has a lot of pacing problems that make it really hard to recommend and enjoy. Like, I would love to be, like, #1 fan of this game, because it's kind of cool, and it's made by an indie developer who really seems like they're trying, and it's a neat and kind of nice, relaxing take on the genre. Shit, I meant to combine that. Ugh, crap. It's a neat and kind of relaxing take on the genre, but as it stands, just the way it's paced, and the absolute mind-bogglingly, you know, ridiculous length of, like, mind-bogglingly poor design choices it sometimes makes in its actual, like, ability to move things forward just makes me completely unable to recommend this game. In some cases. Like, in some cases. I mean, there's certainly people who are going to be able to take that better than others, and there's going to be, I think that, you know, that person out there who really likes match 3 games and has had their fill with Puzzle Quest at this point, and really want something that's kind of similar to it. This is probably a good choice, but, you know, for those of us who are willing to sit through a more traditional gaming experience, maybe not so much with this game. Its pace is just a little too hard to endure for it to really be recommendable. Alright. I kind of want to struggle through to the end of this level, but at the same time, I kind of feel bad making you all sit here and watch this with me. But who knows, maybe there's something really awesome at the end of this level, and everything I've said will be proved wrong. Probably not, but let's hope. Also, blocking orbs, still a pain in the ass. Like, look at this, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, I've also found because you're only able to move left or right, it's sometimes fairly easy to accidentally, like, move stuff where you don't want to. Alright. Ugh. Alright. Alright, we're almost done. Oh, excuse me, folks. My allergies. I have bad allergies sometimes, and they just don't seem to be a good day for them. Oh. Ah! Alright. Sometimes this game has the occasional technical issue, and I guess we must have had a blip there. We're still here, though. Killing these monsters, watching them die. Not even gonna bother attacking these things, because they'll be dead in a second anyways. They're already on the ground. Get ready to make walk orbs. Wow. Thrilling conclusion to that chapter. We hope Uncle Monty's okay. And see, that level felt like it took forever, but it said expert. That means I got through that level fast. Imagine how long this game takes on when you're doing poorly. 7 minutes and 40 seconds that took. We did nothing special in that 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Nothing. Yeah. It's a cool game for a lot of reasons, but the overall effect, like everything put together, just makes this game unbearable for me. Like just the incredibly slow pace. Like I like a slow pace. I like something calm and relaxing. You know, I like a nice glass of, I like a nice cup of Earl Grey tea and some opera every now and then. It's weird, I know. But this is testing those limits for me. It's just making every single act take 3 levels longer than it should, and even just making like the act of walking forward a few steps take so much more work by getting those goddamn walk orbs down and then putting them together. Like it's a challenge. It's frustrating, and it's not a challenge in the way of, oh, it's testing my skills. It's a challenge in the way of, it's testing my endurance to deal with shit. Like, and it's not even that it's shit. It's just, it's emulating shit. And I can't take it. So, you know, you've watched this through now, hopefully. If you haven't left already and you said that game looks kind of cool, I like upgrade mechanics, I like match 3. If you got $10, you know what? There are definitely worse ways to spend it. That said, those of you who have left already and therefore aren't hearing this, or those of you who are sitting here and be like, wow, he really doesn't like this game, and honestly I can kind of see why, maybe not pick this one up. It's $10 you can spend on something else. I don't know what, but as long as it's not this, you should be fine. So that's Legend of Fae. Don't ask me to put a score on it, because it's the video game equivalent of toast. It gets a score of bread. Bread out of 5. Bread out of 5 stars for Legend of Fae. Well, that's HalfBeard's HUD. Have a good one.